You're restarting what? The show?
Well, yeah, I kind of have to because it's not on.
It's not on?
Now it's on. All right.
It wasn't on before?
No, it was on.
There's another dimension beyond that which is known to you.
But for some reason...
It's a place as vast as your sister's ass and as timeless as your
told me the video
grandmother's
was
turkey.
done, so...
It's the middle ground between
Here
light
it is again.
and dark, science and superstition, your ass and your
Welcome
joke.
to the Twilight Zone.
This is the dimension of raunchy jokes, outrageous stories, and unbridled asinine behavior. It's an area which we call Two Assholes Shitty Podcast.
Motherfucker! Yeah, we're back. I don't know. There was technical issues. I think they're solved now.
God damn it, Facebook.
Please stand by.
Yeah, no, I think we're in good shape now, gentlemen.
All right.
But,
Nice.
I saw something disturbing today.
What did you see?
They don't teach about the Trail of Tears anymore.
Oh, yeah, that is disturbing.
That's disturbing.
Wow, we killed a few million people in this country, folks.
No,
Yeah.
It's like the worst
the
genocide
natives
ever.
just vacated their premises. So like, oh, the settlers need a place to stay.
White people,
We're
move
just
in.
gonna go to these areas that are here,
Right.
and just hang. You know,
Right,
just do what we want. You guys just leave us alone. We'll leave you alone.
smallpox blankets weren't in there, huh? They didn't work that in.
And then remember America's first internship program? All those black people that volunteered to come over,
Right.
and then we decided the Japanese, they need to just go to camp. That would be fun. So we made them these camps.
Nice.
Yeah, it's I can't wait to see what a history book is in 20 years. Just how everyone was just happy. Everyone just volunteered to help. Come on.
It's just ridiculousness.
Dude, whenever you stop teaching that, like, it's true. Like, if kids don't know it
Yeah.
No.
and they don't believe it, like, they're doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
I think it's like human nature. I think like people are inherently evil, but when you know like the shitty evil things like our ancestors did, it's like,
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's bad. Like we don't do that anymore.
Right.
But I worry that the generation that's there now.
First of all, that's not everywhere. There are certain states that are doing that.
Yeah.
They're not doing that in New Jersey.
No, I know. Jersey's pretty good about teaching the Holocaust
Yep.
and all that shit. They don't fuck
Slavery.
around.
Yep.
But you radiate out. Like, Jersey has laws that mandate they have to teach the Holocaust in
Yeah.
school. They're not allowed not to.
Right.
You venture out, man, they don't fucking have a clue.
Nope.
No.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Uh-huh.
But nobody cares.
The War of Northern Aggression.
Yeah. Ugh. Can we get over that? Can we? And I don't understand why anybody would want to celebrate a Civil War memorial to somebody who fought for the South, because we don't hang up Nazi. You don't see any like Nazi general statues. There's no.
That's true.
There's no El Duce statue in the middle of fucking Rome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not proud of that shit. You can go to some of those old buildings and stuff like that, but you're on your own, man. Of course, the Romans were also bloodthirsty killers, and pretty much anywhere you look in history, it's pretty awful. But yeah, there was a lot of people that were treated really
Historically,
really awful.
everyone
We need to
is
recognize that
pretty
so it doesn't happen
terrible.
again. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, universally, like, you
White man's
could
the worst.
you could find any culture and there's like some like, oh yeah, they just murdered all these people in the middle of a city because they were protesting. Like, yeah, just brought out the tanks and fucking blew them away. It's fucking crazy,
It
man.
goes even back to Stone Age. If you look at, after the last ice age, there's actually something called the Y chromosome bottleneck. And basically what happened is powerful kings slaughtered each other, and there were so many men
With
killed.
magic?
No,
Were
with
they that
fucking
powerful?
swords and shit. And there were so many men killed that there's only so many Y chromosomes in the whole human lineage of our genome. So there's actually a lot of biological DNA diversity that's missing in the human genome because of all the bloodthirstiness of kings taking over other people's territory and fucking taking their women into their harems and shit. So, yeah, it's affected us, but that's some crazy ass shit.
That's crazy.
Something I was talking about before was that I think this show is therapy, and for me, being an asshole isn't just being an asshole. It's kind of being real. And for me, coming on this show is just kind of lifting up the fucking lid and letting my id and ego wander around the fucking room untethered. Because I need to fucking get out that dark, evil, fucking nasty bullshit that we deal with day to day in this fucking society.
Keeps you laughing after a while.
We just push it on down inside. Sometimes you just got to give it up, let it out, be a fucking asshole if you need to be. And that's what this fucking is, a fucking catharsis. This is a big mental shit for me, so I feel better. Is what I'm saying.
Well, you guys.
Nice.
You guys are really a lot of fun.
Thanks,
Hearing
man.
you guys, it's very liberating to hear the thoughts that come out between you two guys. It's like, how the hell did they think of that? It's just amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're like a long-time listener. That's what we do. We bring on the listeners.
We do?
That's good.
No,
thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
We do that.
No, you just appeared in my life out of nowhere. Like a fucking ghost. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Santos is coming. I'm like, who the fuck is Santos?
They used to talk about Santos like that, and I always thought like he was like a hard guy. Like Santos is gonna be better. He's rolling deep with like fucking thugs, and he's gonna fuck. He's got a couple of guns on him right now. Like, you need some cocaine. Santos is coming. No, he's not that guy at all. He's a big softy with a bald head. We were going to buy some wax and wax his head to see if it would squeak, but we couldn't find any wax. Yeah, we're going to try to do that. Yeah, because we're all into the science here, folks. This is all for science.
Oh, we should go to the bowling alley.
We should go to the bowling alley.
Live from the bowling alley.
Why?
Two assholes, shitty podcast. You just hear the crashing of pins in the background.
We can paint his head like a bowling ball and see if anybody tries to mistakenly pick it up.
Anybody tries to stick their fingers in it.
Dots on my head.
They just put you just crouch down by the bowling balls.
We're going to hide you by the machine and sort of build some apparatus around you so you fucking look like a bald ass fucking... And then when you open your eyes, the person's going to freak out. And then you ask them if you want a blowjob or not. Oh, you don't have to do that part. But
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
It works. That's okay.
Oh, really? You're into that? Okay.
Well, I'm not into it, but you know what?
You'll take one for the
For
team?
shock value, I'll take one for the team. I don't care.
Yeah, there's 3 holes on your face, too.
Nothing says a trip to the bowling alley like a little face fucking.
Oh boy.
All holes filled at the bowling alley.
That's the kind of bowling alley I like.
Let me get your ear.
I like a bowling pin in my ass.
You could probably fit it too. You're fucking
I always used to jerk off in my bowling shoes before I gave them back, and nobody ever cleaned them.
They just spray them with Lysol.
Somebody stepped in my cum.
Ew, what's this?
I don't have a foot fetish. I have a
extra
bowling
shoe wax.
fetish.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, I could never find a ball with like a big enough hole. You know,
Right.
they don't make holes. Nobody has fingers that big. Maybe Shaq.
Right? Yeah, there's always that ball that's like the holes are just way too fucking big. There's no way you can.
I bowl with a 6-pound ball. Like a girl. Like I find like a pink 6-pound ball.
Does that
and
work for
With
you?
the stripes on it.
Yeah, and I kick
Curl that
ass.
fucker? Yeah?
Yeah, because I like shot put it too. I've been asked to leave many bowling alleys. Yeah, no, and I like wear like combat boots. I won't wear the bowling shoes because I came in all of them in my size now. So I just wear combat boots, and they're like, "Sir, you're scuffing up the floors." They're the worst.
I had a bowling club that I was part of when I was like 9, and there was like the one, 7-foot girl, and fucking,
Did you fuck her?
I didn't, but she used to throw
You
the
could just
ball.
stand there and eat her ass.
She used to throw the ball straight up in the air, and then it would bounce on the fucking wood. Or sometimes it would go into the lane next to ours, and they still let her bowl.
Well,
It was pretty awful.
sometimes they just let girls play sports because.
Oh, you're awful.
Well, no, I mean it's good. Like the WNBA is good for my degenerate gambler friends to bet on.
Did they do that? They bet on that?
Dude, I know a degenerate gambler who fucking swears by WNBA. Like, he'll come in the bar like, hey, put on the WNBA, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, really.
But he's got fucking money on it, and he's really good. He's like, I called the point spread in this game. Like, I knew, this girl's going to do this. However many points she's going to score. Dude, he's pretty good at it. He fucking kicks ass, but it's like, wow, like, of all the shit you could get odds on, like, the WNBA, like, I couldn't think of something I would want to watch less. I don't know, like...
Supposedly good athletes.
Yeah, no, they're awesome athletes. But I mean, if the WNBA went against the NBA would kick their fucking ass. It would be like, if you put women and men like in a fist fight, like a man's gonna beat the shit out of a woman. Like it's a different game
what if
in
it's
a
like
way.
Andy Kaufman versus like a 6'5" woman that's like jacked or something.
You know what? I'll wrestle any woman. Like that's an open challenge.
Done, man.
Yeah, but that's an open challenge, and I'll beat any woman.
Okay, I want to see a kick-ass girl come in and actually.
Yeah,
kick
I
your
would
ass,
like to see that actually.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Think of the women that are gonna want to wrestle me.
I'm not gonna wrestle with any woman.
Yeah.
Would you wrestle me, Phil? I'd beat you in wrestling.
No, I don't like wrestling.
What about backyard
there's
wrestling?
There's a chance that somebody's gonna get a hard on, and I'm gonna feel weird.
It's not gay. It's backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what we used to tell ourselves in the 2001.
Come to my treehouse.
That's how recently I was backyard wrestling. 9/11. You know what I was doing?
Backyard wrestling.
Couldn't watch TV. We were backyard wrestling. We were suplexing each other off of a deck. I threw a guy into a ladder on 9/11 and then jumped off of it and splashed him and hit him with an elbow drop. That's where I was. 20 miles away from the first responders who were doing something important.
Because America.
Yeah, that's what the event was called. Our backyard wrestling event was I Love America in My Heart.
Yeah.
We were very patriotic that day.
Why is it always followed by violence?
I have those videos. I put them all on YouTube, all my backyard wrestling videos.
Definitely going to go back and watch those.
You can't find them because they are unlisted.
You suck.
But I could post them on one of them on the page. They're hilarious.
You should post one
because
on the page.
we would do like weird shit. Like we loved wrestling at that time.
That was huge.
Yeah, and it was like they would put like a Creed song, and like it would be like clips of them like fighting. So like the dude that was like our video guy in the backyard wrestling, that's what he would do. Like I heard Creed's "My Sacrifice," "My Sacrifice,"
awesome.
fucking 20 times.
God.
But it's like me kicking a fucking chair into his face, and then him like getting like drop kicked and like fucking all this stupid shit. Yeah, we had nothing to do in the early 2000s. It was like a sad time.
And this is why boys die more often than
Yes,
girls.
that's the truth.
And we thought too, we had a hot neighbor.
Nice.
Like there was a hot neighbor on the side of my friend's house. And we thought that, she would look out and be like, man, those guys are so hot, backyard wrestling. And then she got pregnant and it was like she was invisible to us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, we're not going to fuck her. She's pregnant.
Some people got a fetish.
And we thought our neighbor was Fit Finlay. The wrestler Fit Finlay, but he wasn't. He was just Irish.
For pregnant gals?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Why?
Really?
I don't know. I've always had it. I've had it for a long time.
So you see a pregnant chick and you're like, oh yeah, I can't get her pregnant now.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
It's
thought.
basically off the hook sex.
It's very, I guess, organic. It's a very basic
They
thing.
say some women get really horny when they're pregnant.
Well,
Others not so much.
I've heard.
I actually had an ex-girlfriend tell me that I probably shouldn't get with her because she recently had a child and it's not going to feel the same. Has anybody ever told you something like that before?
No.
I only banged one girl that ever had a kid.
Okay.
And it was like 10 years after she had the kid.
Okay.
So it felt normal to me. I mean, I don't know. But no, nobody's ever told me that.
Well, I've had the experience of before and after. And it really isn't a difference. Really,
No.
Nah, there isn't. No.
Huh.
Except that
It's a versatile organ, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Except I've heard that a woman's orgasms get even better Having a kid. That's what I've heard.
Interesting.
After having kids, a woman's orgasm gets better.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
I heard
Interesting.
that somewhere on some TV show about something.
I know some chicks that'll
About
have,
pussy.
I know some chicks that have a C-section to make sure that they don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. It's a little
Yeah.
nuts.
And there's that whole vaginal rejuvenation thing. Have you ever heard
I've heard about
that?
this. Yes, I heard about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I connected with another ex-girlfriend.
They should call it rejuvenation.
Yes.
Vagina.
In fact, they do. I don't know that they do.
I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. I hear the rain falling really hard. I'm just gonna go check that real quick in the
Okay.
bathroom. But please continue this
We
conversation
will do
about
this.
vaginas.
I connected with I'm gonna call her, I guess, Madeline, over the last few weeks. I helped her out with some writing, and then we started texting.
Okay. Very good.
I interviewed her for something, and then we went out for drinks.
Good.
And we started talking, and our
Very
knees were
good.
touching. It's not very good. She has a boyfriend and 2 kids.
Okay.
He has
Well.
a kid, and they have a blended family. And then we were texting every day, and then we started flirting. She, one thing she said to me was, I told her, and she's the one who actually started flirting with me.
Okay.
I told her that I was gonna go take a shower, and she said, "I bet you wish I was your soap."
That's a good thing to say.
And
That's,
to me,
that's pretty
that was
impressive.
like so simple yet so erotic. And then later on, I told her she was going to take a shower at some point, and I said, "Don't you wish I was your soap?"
Very good.
So then I actually took Monday off, and we had breakfast, and we spent almost 4 hours just sitting there talking.
Wow. Amazing.
And
incredible.
she slapped onto me a Sophie's Choice. And what she said to me was, we could go back to your place and get it on, basically, but you'll never see me again. Or we could be friends. And, I mean, this is, we were dating, around senior year, for
Okay.
6 months
All
and
right.
stuff like that. And now we're reconnecting when I'm 40. She's
Of what?
almost
High school,
40.
college, or
High
grad
school,
school?
high
High school? Okay.
High school. And now, so I said, let's just be friends, because I can't think of ever living in a time when I won't talk to you again.
Well, some people have that impression.
And that was really hard and painful. And then, we were kind of talking, but she's, got this blended family, and I think she's afraid of hurting the kids. But I never thought of myself as ever having kids. I always said I was going to focus on my art and my writing career, and that was going to be my legacy, and that I would probably be overbearing like my mom.
You never know.
And,
You're a mellow guy. I think you'd be okay.
I would smother this kid, and then it would resent me. Well, I have a feeling that I might act like that, and I would never want to do that to someone. So, and then all of a sudden we were talking, and I was kind of found myself saying crazy things maybe I would make a good stepdad, and maybe we could make a family, and all this crazy shit. This just
Wow.
fucking came out of me. This woman brought this out of me, and I've never said that to anyone before.
Some people do that to you. People will do.
And I mean, I had an ex that I was living with who a couple of times tried to lock me in.
Try to trick you.
Wow.
When I wasn't wearing a rubber, and
my
and
God.
I still slipped out of her, but
Oh, I
and
busted in
she
the
was-
bitch and took her to get the morning after pill.
Oh, God.
And basically,
Wow.
she's not very nurturing either, and she never wanted kids. She always said that she was going to adopt, and she said that or she was going to have kids just live in the house, whatever that's called.
Okay.
Fostering.
All right.
But she was only scared of going to college, and then once when getting a job, and then once she was off and running, she never thought about having kids again, as far as I understand it. But
Well,
anyway, I don't know. I just went crazy this week. I don't know what happened. I hadn't had this feeling in a while, and I'm dating some really nice people who are
that's great. It's wonderful.
taking care of my needs, and we're having a great time. But it's not very serious, and a lot of people kind of envy my life or whatever. Not that I think that I have an enviable life by any means, but and then it was kind of I was just willing to jump into this whole thing. Like, I don't know. I just didn't think about it. I just kind of led with my heart there. And then, she's not going to leave the guy, and it would probably be too painful for the children. And she's had enough. Her ex is like a nightmare and stuff like that, so she's having enough drama.
No more
with
drama.
That.
Okay.
And I totally understand, but I was just like, how did I get there? Like, where, and it's kind of like I'm used to having one person kind of, that we satisfy each other's needs, and now I have several people, and like,
That's
why
great.
am I freaking
That's
out
excellent.
about that? Because actually all my needs are being met. Like,
Well,
I have this feeling with her, and I know that she has it too, because we've talked about it. And then I have sex with a couple of partners, and I have fetish play with a partner.
You're a sexual tyrannosaurus.
I guess. But I'm just saying, like,
Sexual
why am I
Godzilla.
complaining? Why does it have to be one person? Like, am I so, I don't know, programmed by society that monogamy is the only way? I mean, can we even be happy in monogamy? I have no idea.
No, I don't think so. I think really the best thing is, like, just open and honest communication. Like,
Word.
Very important.
if you're in a relationship and both people are on the same page about whatever is going on, like, oh yeah, we'll call this person if we want to fuck, and like,
Right.
whatever, like,
As long as you two
You know
are
your
doing it together.
boundaries. Where
and
you
you're
are.
honest with that third person too, like,
Right. But for me, it's like I see this person once a week. I see this person a couple of times a week. And then there's some other
That's good.
people that I might be
good.
interested in, but I don't know yet, or I haven't seen yet, or there's, a lot of, issues in the way. I met this other gal who is an artist gal. I'll just call her artist gal for now. Just talking on Facebook. Actually, I saw her work on Instagram first, I think, and I really liked her work. And I'm just... Okay, I'm a little bit of a sucker for an artist or a writer or somebody who does something creative. That fucking bowls me over. That drives me crazy. Or a musician. I just think those deeper creative things, and I'm a creative person, and maybe we could influence each other or help each other. Who knows? Go to each other's shows and stuff. So anyway, I started talking to her, and then, I don't know, I got kind of embarrassed in the conversation or something, and she has a show, and I'm going to go to her art show on Friday.
Cool. Very cool.
And I'm going to check that out. And, but she was kind of like, I was kind of like, I have all these bare walls in my bedroom, and I wanted to put something in there.
They should paint you
But
a mural.
I didn't ask her how much her stuff is, which I should have asked, but I said that I'll buy something maybe. And
That's
then
nice
she was kind of like, I don't know, she was kind of standoffish for a while. And I was like, why is she standoffish? And then she was kind of like, after, like last night, she basically asked me, like, are you buying my paintings to try to have sex with me? And I was like, I'm not like hard up for sex. And then this is the first time this show ever came back to me. She's like, I know you're dating two African American women. And I was like, wow. She's like, oh, I've been listening to the podcast because you invited me on. And I was like, oh, wow, that's the first time anything's ever blown back on me. But
All right, interesting.
anyway, I guess I'll check out and see what she's like on Friday. But she posts hilarious posts. And I think her work is very interesting. I don't like every piece, but I like a lot of her work. I mean, for me, I actually need some sort of emotional connection with someone. I'm just not going to fuck anyone. I'm really not that person. Even though Madeline has been calling me a whore. And I sort of relish it, and it's kind of sexy, but at the same time, it's
That's
kind of
great.
like...
Madeline's been calling me a whore.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
And I've been thinking that there's actually a lot of guys that do a lot of creepy shit out there. And, this whole Me Too thing. And I saw this whole post on Facebook today about a woman I hardly know who's been leered at and just touched inappropriately and
That's horrible.
chased
That's
after and this and that and the other thing. And I was like, yeah, this artist gal, she's got to kind of be careful because there are a lot of creepy guys out there. Maybe I'm the one who's not aware, but, then again, these creepy guys give nice guys a bad name, you know what I mean?
That's very true.
And it's kind of hard for us to navigate the world a little harder. Maybe we should try harder to rein in the, actual assholes. But, I mean, it's kind of hard and we're not always there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been touched inappropriately by women. A few weeks ago, I don't know if I said this on this podcast, but I went to a woman's birthday party, and she was all drunk when I was leaving, and she went to kiss me right on the mouth. And it was like
Wow.
arms around the head, like
God,
pulling me
holy
in.
shit.
And the only thing I could think was, she's making a mistake. Like, she obviously doesn't want to kiss me. She thinks I'm somebody else. She really wanted to kiss me.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Kiss you.
So, like, it was
I thought you were Harold Ramis.
I'm a sexy Harold Ramis.
Oh, the late great Harold Ramis.
Once when I was tutoring in Huntington Learning Center, this is when I was, like, in my 20s, early 30s, I was training a young woman, and she was kind of cute.
Training?
Yeah, like SAT verbal.
Ah, okay.
And she's sitting next to me, and she placed her hand on my knee and started working it up my thigh.
Wow.
And she got, like, right in there, and I was just sitting there. But I don't know what she expected from this. I don't know if she expected me to be turned on or what, but the only thing I could think was she probably has mental health issues. Like, this isn't normal.
No, I think she was probably turned on by you, and she wanted to. That's you can't look at it
But
as
you
a
don't
weird
do
way.
that. I mean, it's hot, but like it would be hot if like we were already a couple and it was like a long time. But like I have never gone on a date with this girl, anything.
Okay, all right.
And all of a sudden, she
Nothing wrong
has her
with
hand
that.
on my thigh at work.
Hey man, these things happen. I mean,
She was like
I never
right
had
in the
these
crease
things
between
though.
ball area.
Santos,
and, like,
what's your
side.
worst date story?
Ooh, okay. Let's
Oh
go back.
Jesus. Okay, well.
Take a nice long sip of that beer there, pal.
Was it a pregnant woman?
Oh no, it was not. What? That'd be interesting. Thank you.
Oh, you killed that already.
Yes, I did.
You're the man.
I drink everything like Pepsi real fast. I actually had a date with one person. I really liked her very much. We met at a party. I went to go to lunch with her, and I was 45 minutes late because I couldn't find the place that she worked. So she's like, oh, I get there. She's fine. She's cool. And we get in her car. She stops her car on the road, turns at me, and starts yelling at me for 5 minutes about being late, to the point where it was just like screaming. Like,
5 minutes late?
I was 45 minutes late.
45
I
minutes
couldn't
late.
find the place. I apologized profusely for it.
Right.
So anyway, we went to lunch after that, and it just got to be more and more devolving into,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
So she just browbeat you the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much. We did get together one other time.
You went out with her after that?
I went
That's
after.
nice.
Yes.
What a small guy.
I'm a glutton for punishment, man. I really am. I always have been. But yeah, that was my.
You're gonna have to go to the chiropractor and get you a spine. You went out with this woman again?
I liked her.
You did like her?
I liked her a lot. She was great.
She reminded you of your mother? Is that it? Complaining and browbeating you?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was also bisexual. I thought that was very interesting. So, okay.
All
right,
now
cool.
we get to
Yeah,
it. So
okay.
you were trying to work the threesome.
Yeah. Well, possibly.
You're like, maybe I'll get the hot chick and leave her.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, the mind's always moving. Yeah, the gears are always grinding away. That's the way you have to think about things these days.
So this gal, Madeline, you know what she told me? Have you ever heard of sounding?
No.
This is why I'm in love with this girl. She tells me things like this. This is when you put things into your urethra to make them bigger for sexual pleasure.
Oh my God.
My uncle told me that one time he walked in on my
She
cousin.
doesn't do that, but
My uncle told
about
me.
it.
One of my uncles told me one time he walked in on a cousin taking a Q-tip, masturbating by sticking it into the tip of his penis.
Oh,
Fuck.
That's gotta be the worst fucking thing ever.
Oh God! It almost sounds like a Polish joke, actually, in a way.
Oh, don't tell those around Phil. He gets offended.
I don't get it. I'm not Polish, but there are nice Polish people.
Yeah, but they're fucking
You're allowed
retards.
You're allowed.
Yeah, I'm half Polish. They're fucking retards, Polish people.
I mean, look at your hair, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm the quintessential Polak. It's fucking raining in my bathroom. And I thought it would cease. It's like fucking. They're gonna have to repaint that whole fucking thing. That's who I was texting. That wasn't somebody to. Oh yeah, call in the show. No, that was like the guy. Like, yo, they're gonna have to repaint this shit because the fucking paint is peeling off the walls.
Yeah.
From the fucking lady upstairs' stupid bath. I hope she fucking drowned in it.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna take a bath. That won't disturb anybody.
Who the fuck grown fucking adult takes a bath? That lady probably. And then the guy told me too. Oh, she took one. Yeah, she took one this morning, and now she took one this afternoon. How many times a day does this lady need to masturbate? Oh, Christ.
Oh.
What could make you so dirty that you need to take 2 baths?
I don't know.
A bath could be relaxing, but it's not a good way to get clean.
I don't know.
No.
She must fucking just dive in mud because the water that's just dripping down
Brown.
out of the asbestos. Yeah, it's a nice fucking rust brown color. It looks like what I shit out in the morning.
I thought it was hilarious when I grabbed the bucket because I thought it was going to help, and then I run in there and it's just raining everywhere.
No, it's coming down
I'm
the
just like moving the
walls.
bucket around.
Yeah,
like,
it's
there's
bad.
nowhere good
The
to put
light
this.
fixture.
You
was,
gotta go in there with a bucket on your head and like a bucket in each hand and just fucking do like a shitty dance.
When I saw the color of the water that was hitting my arm, which was somewhere between pink and brown, how is that even possible? I was like, I should not touch this shit. I'm probably getting cancer.
We should bottle it and sell it to people that we want to have mesothelioma. Because it's coming through asbestos and
If
probably
you want
mold.
mesothelioma to get over doing shit or fucking die, call Paul.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we're going to take a break.
We're gonna take a break.
Because I have to pee because it sounds like it's fucking raining in my house.
Let me practice sounding.
God.
So, we're going on a break.
You're listening to Two Assholes Shitty Podcast. We're going to take a break while these assholes rub one out Beatles style. Want to be part of the program? Just call 718-618-9827. Just make sure you call when the boys get back. In the meantime, here's some music from Paul's Underground Vault.
Shitty.
How's it going?
What's up?
Turn that fucking music off. Enough with that bullshit. Yeah, it's I've accumulated about a centimeter of water now in my bathroom
Wow.
from that dirty bitch's bath.
It doesn't look like it's slowing down.
No.
And there's a red tint to it, which is kind of disturbing.
It's from
Yes.
the rust.
I hope so.
The rust. Like Fallout 4. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4.
I dare you to drink some of it.
Oh.
What's it, what dollar amount would you put on that you can't afford to pay me?
$100.
I'll give you $200 to drink it on Friday
No, fuck that shit.
when I get paid
This body is a temple.
from this
It's a
podcast
promise.
that generates so much money.
We should start selling t-shirts.
We should start selling crack.
Yes. We should definitely start selling crack.
With a brand label on the bag.
If you want to buy some crack, call now.
You want some crack?
718-618-9827.
Butt crack.
Two assholes shitty hotline.
Just the tip.
Just the tip line.
Just the tip line.
Just the tip line.
Or if you want the asshole hotline and you want to sound off as an asshole, you can do that too.
Yeah, call in with your stories of people who are fucking assholes.
Or just general stories of assholery.
Yeah, general stories of assholery.
Of asinine proportions.
Of asinine proportions. Call in with your stories of assholery. Open up your jaws and talk to us.
Oh, God.
Dude, we sound like Dreyfus taking a shit.
I was in Mr. Holland's Opus.
You were in Mr. Holland's orifice. That's
Fuck you, Phil. What about Bob?
That hurts.
One time I met Adam West,
nice.
and I asked him, I was like, what's the nastiest thing that ever happened on the set of Batman?
Yeah.
And he said, one time Burt Ward was getting a blowjob.
Yeah, which time?
From Lee Merriweather while Frank Gorshin was giving it to her from behind and John Aston was watching and jerking off.
Jeez, it makes the Beatles sound like Boy Scouts.
Caesar Romero wasn't interested because he was a homosexual. He had his boy toys throwing orange wedges into his butt crack.
Oh, my God.
Oh yes, Batman. And one time Vincent Price shoved an egg up my ass. Ooh, yes. Shove an egg in your rectum, Batman. Ooh. It's exquisite. Yeah, no, Adam West was fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's a real pervert, apparently.
Yeah, he rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does rule.
The Me Too movement started with Adam West and it ended with Bill Cosby in handcuffs. You see, they put me in the jail cell with the jello putting it in my butthole. Theo, Rudy. I used to look at a girl's vagina on the TV when I played a doctor, and then I put the girl to sleep and used her hand to jerk me off, you see.
Such a
Oh, Cosby's a ghoul.
America's
total creep.
dad.
America's rapey dad. It really makes me long for the days of Alan Thicke. Now, Mike.
But like, it's like, I don't know what it's super creepy to do anything like that, but there's something ultra super creepy if you could get laid, but you fucking choose to do that.
Yeah, you're Bill Cosby.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You won't have a problem.
Somebody's out there willing to fuck you. You're Bill Cosby. You got millions of dollars.
Your
you're
wife,
back-
Camille, is willing to put your penis in a mouth, Bill. Sometimes you have to call Bill Cosby and talk to him in his own voice, or he doesn't understand, you see.
Do you think it's gonna be like a Twilight Zone where he's just gonna wake up and some cellmate's gonna be next to him and be like, you know what you drank in your fucking water last night?
I think Bill Cosby's going to be running prison.
My ass doesn't feel the same.
I think Bill Cosby's going to run prison.
Do you think so?
I'm
It's
gonna
like the
be
blind-
the head honcho in this prison. I'm
Yo,
gonna take
niggas
over.
better listen to me because I'm America's dad.
That's right.
Y'all don't have a dad, you see.
I'm old as shit, but you know what? I'm better than all you motherfuckers. Yeah. Now here's some Jello pudding for you people.
Here's Leonard Part 8, you see.
Paul's is better, man. Who can you do better than Paul?
I can do Gilbert Gottfried pretty well. How's that?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me how that is?
Well, this is Gilbert Gottfried on USA Up All Night. The movie we're going to see tonight is Fat Guy Gets Nutsoid.
Fat guy against Nutsoid.
That's right. It's a very, very interesting movie. Now, I like Gilbert Gottfried. I think, let me hear you do Gilbert Gottfried again.
Last night, I turned to my wife and I asked her, honey, do you have a headache? And she said, no. And I said, great, let's fuck.
All right, imitations.
Well, you can do Christopher Lloyd.
You can do...
I can do Jimmy Tatowski. Laka, you're a great guy.
Thank you, Jim.
Doc!
Oh, Louie, you have a cab for me?
It's your kids, Marty. It's your kids. I always think of that Family Guy. One of them marries a black guy. I don't have a problem with that. Oh, no, my favorite Christopher Lloyd line is from a movie nobody really knows.
Which movie?
Suburban Commando with him and Hulk Hogan.
I've never heard of this movie.
Okay, so Hulk Hogan plays a space alien
What?
who, he's like an intergalactic bounty hunter, and he lands on Earth. He crash lands.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
and then, he ends up renting, Christopher Lloyd's, like, apartment that he has for rent.
Uh-huh.
And so Christopher Lloyd, like, snoops on him. He's like a big jacked Hulk Hogan. He's all fucking curious.
Okay.
And he finds his, like, alien laser gun, and he fires it, and then it, like, lets the signal know that, you know, oh, this is where he is.
Right.
So then these other alien bounty hunters come to find him.
I have seen this goddamn movie.
And
I've never heard of this.
Christopher Lloyd has one of the greatest lines ever because he gets shot with a gun that freezes him.
Okay.
And he's just angry, and he just goes, I was frozen today. And a fucking great fact about that movie, it's like, there was two movies in development at the time. There was Twins, and there was Suburban Commando.
All right.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito had, like, well, do you want to play a guy that rents a fucking apartment to a space alien, or do you want to play twin brothers?
Right.
And then they decided, we want to play twin brothers. Yo, that sounds like a great idea.
That's a very good idea, Danny.
There you go. It's a great idea. I play a twin brother.
That's it. Now, after this, I'm going to run for governor and drive a Hummer around California and Sacramento because I am a manly man. I'm not a girly man.
We could have gotten a twins.
Right.
That was Hulk Hogan and Christopher Lloyd.
Wow.
And how much fucking better would that have
Oh,
been?
wow.
Because Christopher Lloyd would have played like the criminal, like, oh yeah, you just gotta borrow this car from the guy. All right, brother, let me see what I could do.
I think evil Christopher Lloyd is now my favorite thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been. Oh,
From Roger
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Is when he
that
was like a
great
bad
too,
guy.
That was
though.
excellent.
And then I can't. Aside from that, I really can't think of a movie where Christopher Lloyd was a bad guy.
No.
You should do Christopher Lloyd and Christopher Walken. Oh wait, Paul's got a phone call.
Okay. All right.
So what other impressions can you do?
I can do a Sean Connery impression.
Okay.
It's not so bad, laddie, but if you're going to do impressions, you have to.
We
do
might be
Sean
getting a
Connery.
special in-studio guest, the plumber.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very
It's
good.
actually
Very good.
stopped raining
Okay.
in your apartment.
Yeah, it stopped raining outside, and it started raining in my apartment.
Oof.
Yeah, it's
Horrible.
a real pleasure. What a lucky guy I am.
You said this woman, this is her second bath today?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's a filthy cunt.
There's something about a bath. Like, the bathtub's got to be really clean.
I hope that water
Yeah.
starts coming down blood red.
Oh. Oh.
But it's like, for me, a bath is just sitting in your own filth.
That's what I've heard.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty true.
I don't know.
Unless
think
you
that's
shower
the
yourself
worst.
afterwards.
A bath, I think, is the worst idea in the history of like things. Like, I would rather take a shower because I feel like the water comes down and it washes away
Right.
Right.
the
Exactly.
filth upon me. Whereas, like, when I take a bath, it's like sitting in the stew of the dirt and bullshit.
Yeah.
And
that
soap,
covers.
which doesn't come off you.
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly.
But the jacuzzi is another thing.
A jacuzzi is a wonderful thing.
Sex in
Fuck
the
jacuzzis. That's a human soup.
Rubbing
Have you ever
someone's
done it?
breasts in the jacuzzi, which was
Ah,
fun.
you didn't get laid, though.
Nah, I didn't get laid in
I got
a jacuzzi,
several
no,
times. Jacuzzi.
But you rubbed the
Different
breast in
women.
a jacuzzi, but didn't get laid in the
I know,
jacuzzi.
right?
Yeah, well, we already had done the deed, so it was like, okay, let's see what we can do for an after effect.
Okay, I'm just gonna rub your tits in the jacuzzi. Come here, baby. I'll rub your tits in the jacuzzi. Maybe finger bang your asshole.
That's a pretty good Christopher Walken you're doing there. That's crazy.
I've practiced.
Wow.
Wow. Whoa.
That's amazing.
And I always like the like just the weird cadence of his voice, and I realized he did this interview. I used to work with this Cuban guy, and he would say shit like with a heavy Cuban accent, like, oh, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but I don't know what's going on with this guy. Anything he would say, if I said it as Christopher Walken, like, it just sounded like shit Christopher Walken would say. Like, oh, I see this hot girl. I just want to grab her tits and suck on her ass. I see this hot girl. I want to grab her tits and suck on her ass. He would do this other great thing, too, where he would see, like, we had to go to the post office for our job a lot. And there was, like, a Chinese postman.
Okay.
And he would just go, hey, Chinese, you're going to move your truck soon. Like, I would never fucking look at somebody and just, hey, black. Like, fucking Eddie, like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
you can't do that. But he just, like, I think his, like, everyone kind of just knew, like, he's a foreign guy. Like, other people are foreign. Like, they don't care as much, I guess. I don't know. I was always mortified. Like, he would he'd be like, oh, where's that hot girl? When we go to, like, the DHL.
Okay.
There was, like, a girl that worked there, and the girl he was talking about was, like, his age, so I guess to him hot, but we're like, who are you talking about? Like,
Okay.
we're like looking around and seeing like a grandmother aged lady.
Oh my God.
Oh, where's that hot girl?
Wow.
I want to talk to her.
Wow. Okay.
But it's like, I guess it's like perspective,
Yeah.
That's
He's
true.
He's an older dude, like,
He'll look for older women.
yeah, that's
He's turned
probably
on to.
yeah, it's probably who he's gonna bang. It's like older chicks. Like,
yeah.
I can't imagine many 30-year-old girls are gonna bang a 64-year-old
No,
dude.
I don't think many would.
Unless there's like money or some
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
security, yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, or you have a giant cock.
Or you have a-
Like a notoriously giant cock that you just advertise, like, yeah, it hits my knee. Yeah, I'm really old, but my cock hits my knee.
Can you imagine? Ew.
Oh, you know what's an impression that I like to do a lot? There's a man who lives up on a mountain, and that's where snow comes from. Like the old Winona Ryder from fucking Edward Scissorhands.
That's right. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I really always wanted to do a bit where I explain that entire movie, like as that lady's explaining it to her granddaughter. Like that whole movie is her telling the story. It's like, I met a man and he had no hands. His creator passed away, and then he only had scissors for hands, and then he made his way slowly down the mountain with my mother and lived in my house, and he popped our water bed with his scissor hands. Like the old Winona Ryder, like
Telling the
she's
whole
telling
story.
that entire story.
Yeah,
like I
that's
couldn't
right.
imagine being less interested in a story. Like, grandma, like why don't you just go to bed? Like I want to look at my iPad.
This Winona Ryder, you better watch her, man. She might steal your silverware.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she
That's
was
right.
a rich bitch that stole a bunch of
Yeah.
shit. What's with
She
that?
Does that
Lifted.
make that kind of makes her hotter for me? Is that crazy? Why do I like crazy bitches? I don't know.
Because you want a Winona Ryder.
I want Winona to ride her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right. That's good.
That's what I said. You want a Winona ride, huh?
Okay,
Film
right,
would be better by Christopher Walken.
for sure. This is a call for.
Although I
Christopher
think
Walken.
Harvey Keitel is always a
Harvey
good one, too.
Keitel is very good.
yeah.
He's
What the
great.
fuck? What do you think you're doing? He's just always like, you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ever seen
Yeah.
Bad Lieutenant?
Yeah,
God,
he's
that's
great in that.
crazy.
I love how now that the DVD art of that is him fucking just buck naked
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
a chick on the
yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
Like the one time Harvey Keitel was jacked, yeah, I'll take a picture, use that as the cover. That'll sell the shit out of this movie.
There's that horrible scene where he jacks off on the girl's car.
What do you say to your boyfriends? What do you say to your boyfriends?
Show me how you suck a guy's cock.
That's it. What do you do to your boyfriends?
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. What, you want to go to jail? You want to go to jail? Show me how you do it.
That's it.
Going on and on.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock.
That's so-
You want to go to jail?
It's so fucking uncomfortable.
Yes.
Just makes you feel bad.
It's right.
He's just getting high all the time, fucking skimming off the top.
Yeah.
You know what the only thing better than Harvey Keitel would be in a film would be Tony Danza. You know that I was supposed to be Superman in Superman 3. Christopher Reeve wasn't gonna do it, and then he rode a horse, and I thought maybe I would do it again, but I was a little too old for the part then, so they didn't ask me. But they were like, Tony, Christopher ain't gonna do Superman 3. What do you want to do the movie? And I said, yeah, I'll do the movie. Thoughts and prayers to Christopher, whatever he's doing. Yeah, I'll do the movie. And then Christopher came back and they got Richard Pryor. And I thought that would have been great, me and Richard Pryor like doing our bits, but they got Chris back, and so I didn't do the movie.
No offense, but Chris.
That's a true story.
Really?
Really?
Tony Danza was gonna be Superman,
No
in Superman
shit,
3,
really?
because Christopher Reeve didn't want to do it,
Really?
and then Christopher Reeve decided to do it,
Yeah, because he was.
and then Superman 4, they asked Christopher Reeve, "What do you think the plot of Superman 4 should be?" And that's why Superman 4 is an abomination. I want to denuclearize the world. That's what that was like his thought. Like
That was it.
Yeah, I'm glad that guy got tossed off a horse. Fuck him.
Oh.
I think the whole Superman character should get tossed off a horse.
Yeah. As I'm wearing the shirt right now.
I know, you're such a bitch.
No, I'm wearing the new Superman though.
The dark one, so it's
Yeah,
cool.
he kills people, so he's cool.
Right, whatever.
All right.
You know what I think they're gonna do? Speaking of comic book shit,
No.
But
you like watched all the new comic book like the DC movies.
I've seen some of them. I've seen some of the movies.
Did you see like Batman vs Superman and what is it, Justice League?
I saw Justice League.
Awful.
Okay,
Why can't DC make a decent movie? They can
I
make
think-
cartoons.
I think they're gonna use like Flash movie to recast Batman, Superman. They're gonna do a Flashpoint, like a New 52 Flashpoint thing, and like Flash because he can like run through the different universes, I guess.
Okay.
Parallel universes.
It's cool.
Do
So-
a Lobo movie.
What I really want to see is like a fucking like an old Michael Keaton as
Oh,
Batman.
wow.
Can you imagine?
That would be
No,
great.
he was
That
going
would
to be the
be very
Batman
good,
Beyond
actually.
guy, and then they'll have to have a new Batman.
That's the point. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yes. Definitely.
Not that old yet, but that's what I want to see is like another 2 or 3 movie Batman arc where like Michael Keaton plays an old Batman, gets old,
He'd be
Yeah.
great in it.
and then
because
does a
Michael Keaton's
Batman
amazing.
Beyond, and you get like Andy Samberg to play fucking what's his name, or I don't know. What's that dude's name? Terry
Oh, yeah. Terry, yeah.
McGinnis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You watch Batman Beyond?
No, I haven't seen it.
I watched it when it was on TV when I was like of
followed
age to watch it. Like I was a kid.
I watched the whole thing.
I didn't watch it recently. I did watch the animated Justice League series.
I have the entire Batman the Animated Series from the 90s.
That's a great
The
series.
entire
Yeah.
series,
That's a
which
really cool
my
series.
ex-fiance bought me.
Well, that's like the logical
Amazing.
continuation of the Burton movies. I always
Yes.
thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also just
Like
as dark.
thematically and like I mean, it takes some liberties and it's
Yeah.
like weird. Like it seems like it takes place in the 40s, but it doesn't.
That's kind of the point, though. It's got
Yeah.
an interesting style to it.
Yeah, it's got this weird fucking creepy style, and like I always thought the voice acting in it too was
Excellent.
amazing. Yeah.
Some simple art, but there was an interesting play with light and shadow. And everyone was like a little movie. Everyone was like a vignette.
Mhm.
But you have to skip like the first 2 or 3 episodes and really dig into
Yeah,
it.
that's like the
Wow.
pilot.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a long movie, isn't it? The first 2 or 3, or no?
I don't know. I think it's like the bat creature guy or something like that.
Man bat?
Yeah, the man bat.
Man Bat.
That one's
All right.
not as good. But once you start getting into Poison Ivy and
Isn't it weird that Batman is a man that dresses as a bat, and Man Bat is a bat that's actually a man?
can we get these things right?
Can't we
Did
all
you guys,
just
either of you guys see
together?
the Justice League Dark movie that they made?
No.
The
No, I haven't
animated
seen that.
one?
No.
Batman and Swamp Thing and
Nice.
Constantine.
Really? Wow.
Shut up. Constantine. That's kind of a
cool?
left field.
Very cool.
Because he's in everything now. He had his own show.
I know he had his own show and it was also canceled. But, I mean, Constantine's a decent character. It's kind of basically just Van Helsing.
Yeah. It's a better cartoon character than it was a fucking Keanu Reeves movie.
Agreed.
Huh.
Although
God.
I thought he was the only bad thing about it, and I don't hate him.
I
I,
don't
just
hate
thought he
him
was
either.
the wrong person to play that. Like
He's just so wooden.
they should have had
Although Bill and Ted's really good. He's not
Yeah,
wooden in that.
That's true, but he just plays a,
No, I didn't.
jerk-off.
I like John Wick. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Dude,
okay,
he-
you're
and you know
looking
what,
at
too,
it. I heard
like-
he's a really nice guy, actually. So
yeah, like, but he also really fucking he does his own stunts and shit. Like,
true.
Wow.
like he
You win me
really
over.
does like
Amazing.
embody fucking kind of how I want actors to be, like this, like the modern day Steve McQueen.
Right.
I hate to say
right.
Keanu Reeves is a modern day Steve McQueen, but like Steve
right.
McQueen's like doing most of his own shit. You know,
Yeah,
he did a lot of his own
It
driving.
was much
very true.
cooler, though.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Of course.
I mean, what was that?
But who's been
fucking-
consistently as cool as Keanu Reeves? Like, you could probably ask girls of a lot of different ages, like, would you fuck Keanu Reeves? They're like, yeah.
Well, yeah.
If they're fucking 18 to like 40, because he's been fucking relevant for that long.
Let's say the same thing about Sean Connery, but
No, they wouldn't.
no women of all ages who would.
You wouldn't. If you asked an 18-year-old girl who Sean Connery is, she would
She
have
wouldn't
no
know.
fucking
Yeah.
idea, Phil.
That's
Yeah,
a
you're
good
probably
point.
right.
If I ask the fucking 24-year-old guy at my job who Sean Connery is, he has no fucking idea.
Really?
He asks me questions like, yo, did you ever hear of this show, The Office?
Wow. Oh my god.
Yo, I started watching Friends.
That's horrible.
Like,
God.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, wow.
Like, where the fuck have you been? I changed channels 10 times to not have to watch Friends on fucking 9 of the channels.
yeah.
Like,
That's ridiculous.
like these
Horrible
kids
show.
have no fucking idea. Like, even this kid, he, you know, like, he sings in a metal band and shit, but like, you ask him about like Danzig or you ask him about Iron Maiden, he's like,
Right.
I don't know, I never listened to that. Like,
Seriously?
how the fuck do you listen to metal? They're like, oh yeah, no, I only listen to like this kind of metal that's like new.
It's
Oh my
not.
God.
It's you have to recognize your roots. You have to understand where you come from.
Well,
if
he
you're in a
does
band.
appreciate him. Like, I'll show him shit like, oh, this kind of sounds like King Diamond, and I'll show him some
All
shit
right.
like that, and he's like, oh, this is fucking cool. I never heard it before, but he doesn't have anybody that ever really showed him that shit. He kind of just stumbled upon like AFI and like a couple of other
Okay.
like, punk bands and got into like heavier
Uh-huh.
shit.
All right.
And like that's where it starts with him is like AFI. Like that's what I listened to in the car when I was a kid. Like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Wow.
Like, Jesus Christ! Like I was in high school,
My
fucking
God.
driving around in a car. Like,
Right.
and you
Wow.
guys were probably fucking in your 20s. I don't know how old you are, but
pretty much.
like AFI was kind of like early mid 90s. I
Yeah,
guess.
so I was about probably my early 20s at that point.
I
23.
graduated in 95. So, I think it was, I don't know. I mean, like, there's some people that are diggers, man, that dig back. I don't know if the newer generation does this, but, like, if I found some music, you know, like Metallica, let's say, when I was 14, I wanted to know who influenced Metallica.
Yeah.
and I
Exactly.
would
That's
dig
right.
back.
Dude,
Exactly.
I would find the fucking, you know.
I'm in a horror
Right,
punk
right.
band, like
Right.
like quote unquote, like the Bad Hormones. I kind of consider like a horror punk
Okay,
band.
that's
Right.
good. That's a good
Like
genre.
my influences for that shit, it's like, yeah, it's the Misfits. Like,
Right.
I'm from fucking New Jersey. I could throw
Yeah.
a rock and hit one of them, and I have.
You can't say
But, like-
horror punk without, I mean, the Misfits kind
Yeah.
of invented
But like,
Exactly.
Screaming Lord Such.
Oh,
Fucking
God,
Screaming
Screaming
Jay, Screaming Jay Hawkins.
yes.
it. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like the old school fucking what's that song? Arch Hall, Night of the Sadist.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
song. Yes,
Um,
that's right.
Arch Hall and the Blue Notes, I think it is.
I think that's
Maybe
right.
is
Yeah, I
the
think
name of the
yes.
band. Like, there's like, these old tunes. Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, Sam
like to me,
Arrows,
like that's
right.
Yeah,
that's to
fucking
me
great
like
stuff.
when I'm writing like a horror punk song. Like that's the kind of shit I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about fucking the Misfits and all the crap that came after that. Like
Right, right.
I so much appreciate and like too like the Misfits like. Glenn Danzig always name drop like Lou Reed. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
checked out Lou Reed
Okay.
and Bowie and shit. Like,
Yeah.
not because of him. Like I knew who Lou Reed and Bowie were,
Right,
but
right.
I paid a little more attention to it.
Right.
Like I knew it as a kid, like because my parents listened to like a lot of rock and roll.
Okay, that's good.
But
Mine
as
too.
like when I got older and started like playing music, I started paying more mind to like Iggy Pop, David Bowie, and Lou
Yeah,
Reed are like
the
my
Holy
holy
Trinity. They
of,
are.
like kind of rock and roll.
That's
and,
exactly
like,
what they are.
And too like the
great.
Sonics, the MC5.
I love the MC5.
I love a lot of fucking good old school shit.
Hell yeah.
Stooges.
Yep.
Yeah, the Stooges are fucking.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever hear Ronnie James Dio's band Elf?
Yes,
Dude.
I've heard some of it.
Ronnie James Dio, sang
course,
for
Dio.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Dio, yeah.
Right.
Those Black
But
Sabbath
he
albums
did,
were good.
Yes,
dude.
they
He
were.
did straight up fucking rock and roll in like, I think it was the 50s. It might have been the early 60s, but it's like, fucking. It sounds kind of like the New York Dolls.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Like Elf, yeah. It sounds like bar. I could play it. I could find it. I have it on here. It's just straight up like old school rock and roll. No, you know what? If I play it now, Facebook will cut me off,
Yeah, that's not
All right.
so I can't do
Okay.
that. But yeah, look up Elf with Ronnie James Dio. Like it's fucking.
I'll check them out.
It's
yeah, that's good.
unbelievable.
That's cool.
Like what the shit that he did. And then he did something else too. No, I think that was the 60s, and I think the 50s he did a fucking like one of those like pop bands, like Ronnie James.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He fucking dude. He was like 80 years old when he died. Like he was fucking doing. He was cranking away at music for 20 fucking years before metal. If he caught on in metal,
I didn't realize that. I had no idea he'd been doing it that long.
he has a huge back catalog. So does Lemmy. Lemmy
Yes,
played
Lemmy
with
does.
like that band, the something Vickers,
Rockin' Vickers.
Rockin' Vickers,
Yep.
and like
Of course, Hawkwind.
Hawkwind.
Yeah.
But like it's just fucking astounding. Like you think of like Lemmy as like Motorhead. It took him fucking 20 years or 15 years to get
That formula.
to be Motorhead. You know, like
of course.
kicking around for a million. Like I don't know. I think about it like I've been doing it since like 2005.
Okay.
So how long is
13
that?
years.
13
13
yeah.
years. If I had a kid, I'd have a 13-year-old. That would be weird.
I've been working on writing since I was 19, and I'm 41.
I've been playing music since I was 4.5.
You play music?
Yes, I do.
What do you play?
Piano, guitar, and a little bit of bass.
Fuck, man. Why didn't you tell me this?
I don't know. It never came up. I guess it never came up. I mean, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while, but that's what I've been doing. I've been playing for a long time.
Since you're fucking 4?
Yeah, I was playing
What was
piano.
the first instrument you learned?
Piano.
Piano?
Piano.
And you were a little kid fucking...
Yeah, 4.5.
Holy shit.
Yeah, playing classical music.
Fuck.
Are you
Yeah.
accomplished?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
How come I never heard you play a goddamn piano?
I've been... God, I stopped playing like a lot of the regular
Santos, why don't we write some songs?
There you go.
Okay. We can do that. I haven't written a song in a long time, but that's okay. Can do
Come
that.
on, man. We got a jam or something.
All right.
I didn't know you were even musical. If I knew that, I would have fucking been bothering you long before this.
Well, now you know.
I know. Now I'm going to fucking harass you.
All right. That's
Good.
cool. I can do that. I can use a kick in the ass musically.
You should.
If there's anything Santos likes, it's pregnant women and harassment.
I'll get a girl
Musician
pregnant and
should.
harass them
Yeah.
about music.
That's right.
And then what was the second instrument you learned?
Guitar.
And then what was the third?
I learned mandolin for a while. I
You
had
don't
a
play
mandolin.
drums?
I don't play drums. The one thing I don't play drums, I play bass. Play a little bit of bass.
Oh, yeah. If you play guitar, you get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But you have to get the concept behind playing bass
What the
too.
fuck do you play on the mandolin?
Like
Mandolin
bluegrass
is-
stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, bluegrass
Okay.
country music.
I have an antique mandolin.
Do you?
Just passed down through my family.
Nice.
I'm going to sell it because I hate my family, but
I was gonna say a long line of white trash.
my but my guitar player plays he plays like he's kind of like how you are, and he picked it up one time and started playing Rocky Horror
Nice.
on it.
Wow, that's
like on a
amazing.
mandolin, like
Nice.
this is like the what's that song? Science fiction double feature.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like he was just like we jammed on that. He played my mandolin. It's like one of my favorite
Amazing.
memories of like being like young, like just like pulled this thing out. He's like, oh, I could figure this out. It's like tune the opposite of a bass, I think,
Yes,
right?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking cool instrument, man.
It is a cool instrument. I like it. Well, hey, what can I do? Remember that from Led Zeppelin? You had the great mandolin part in
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Zeppelin has a lot of cool mandolin
Yes,
shit.
they do a lot of cool stuff. The
Zeppelin
stereo
is like a
albums are lot.
fucking great like atmosphere band. Like I like this
Yes.
morning was a good night, a good morning for Led Zeppelin. Like when I was driving to work, it kept coming on.
Mhm,
And I was
okay.
like happy sitting in traffic, listening to.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
I love that shit.
Well, I heard a couple things today. I heard, hey, what can I do? I heard, I think I heard the Out on the Tiles.
Nice. That's like a
Yes.
song. You know what that song means to me is. Did you ever watch? I think it was Making the Band. It was Sebastian
Yeah,
Bach,
right,
and Evan
yes.
Seinfeld,
Yes.
Yes.
and John Bonham's kid,
Right.
Jason.
Jason Bonham.
Okay.
Right. right.
Who the fuck else was on that? Sebastian, Evan. Oh, Ted Nugent.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, Nugent was on it? I didn't know that.
And it wasn't Dave Navarro, was it? Or somebody kind of like that? I forget who the
I
fuck...
think it was Dave Navarro because I remember him being on some kind of show.
It might have been. I forget. But what I do remember is two things. Sebastian Bach is like, we should call the band Damn Damnesia or Damnation or
Damnation.
something like that, I think it was, or Damocracy. We gotta call the band Damocracy. And they were just like, I don't know, man. And then that was the song Jason Bonham wanted to play with them because, like, apparently Led Zeppelin never performed it live out on the Tiles.
They never played it live.
Yeah. So that's why he wanted to do it with them.
Interesting.
And, and also Sebastian Bach was like, the whole point of, like, the whole show is like, dude, you drink too much, Sebastian. You're really like a drag on the rest of us. And like at the show, like the big show they do at the end, it shows him like drinking from a bottle of like Jack Daniels while he's on stage. But it's a ruse. Because he's like, I filled it with iced tea. Like, it's just for the show. Like, Ted Nugent was going to yell at me. Ted Nugent was, like, not having it. For a guy that'll fuck a 14-year-old, he didn't like a grown man drinking alcohol.
That man scares me.
I hear Sebastian Bach is in bad shape now. I think my friend's sister saw him at some fucking thing. And he looked old and all banged up.
Sebastian Bach used to be my coworker's neighbor.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He lives in Jersey, right?
He did, yeah, until the hurricane hit.
Oh. He lived down the shore?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I forget what fucking town they lived in, but his backyard was like... He would go into his backyard, he'd be gardening in the back of his yard, and Sebastian Bach would be riding around his ATV. And, like, he would be back there, and, like, he'd be, like, smoking weed, and, like, hey, man, don't tell my wife, like, you know. And my coworker didn't give a fuck. He was like, whatever, man, like, it's cool, like, just chill, you know, I don't care. And, but yeah, like, and then the fucking I think it was a hurricane that came. And it, like, fucked up his shit, like, really bad. Like, his house was, like, condemned, basically.
I think it was Sandy, right?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, Hurricane Sandy, yep. What was that, 2016?
I think so.
No.
I don't fucking know.
I don't
know
remember.
years.
2013.
I'm old now.
I don't know. Dude, I lost track of time a long time ago.
I fucking bailed water out of my mother's basement all night.
I'm going to be bailing water out of my bathroom all night.
Yes, you will. I don't think so. You just have to put something down that's really fucking absorbent.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's really fucking... I don't know what to put down.
You gotta drive to fucking Kmart, get a bunch of towels that for cheap.
I'm not going to fucking Kmart, dude. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just gonna make the fucking literally, like, my super, like, fix that.
Right. You're gonna make him mop up the cancer water, too?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You want to just pull that, like... rug
Santos
under the door.
Must have really had
your
pee.
feet coming out of the bathroom, coming out of the rainforest bathroom.
It's a squeaky
just
mess.
Put that anywhere. Just try and dry off on it. Thanks. Yeah, if you could put that outside the bathroom door, that'd be great.
He's a bald, wet mess with huge, bushy eyebrows.
Oh, that's.
He looks like one of those like doll guys. You ever see those? The bald guys with the big, you know what I'm talking about? The big eyebrows.
No, you know what? If I was gonna draw kind of a caricature of you,
right?
I think I would draw kind of like Ziggy.
Yeah, with heavy eyebrows.
With heavier eyebrows, yeah.
You remember that book that the magnetic hair you could move around?
Oh, that, yes.
Yeah, Wiley Willie or something.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, Wiley
Yo, we should make that. We should manufacture Santos's face with like the magnet pen. Fantos Santos.
Fansan.
I like that.
Hashtag Fansan.
Fansan.
$1.99.
Yeah, and you'll make $1 from every sale.
I'm gonna call you Browse from now on.
$1 from every sale goes to the El Santos Fund.
Just try to get him some hair. That doesn't look like pubic hair, like Paul's.
Oh, God.
Settle down, Browse. I'm gonna have fun saying "settle down, Browse" from now on.
Settle down, Browse. I watched a great documentary this week. Speaking of, Speaking of somebody with no eyebrows.
Nice.
All right, you guys have seen the He-Man movie from the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
There's a new
Of course.
documentary on Netflix. It's pretty cool. That's all about He-Man and how it started, but then it goes into the movie.
Okay.
I always thought in that movie that they just paid Frank Langella a shitload of money. Like,
Probably.
Yeah. Just be in this movie. It'll be cool.
Right.
Dude, they fucking interview Frank Langella in this documentary. Frank Langella was fucking all in. He's like, this is one of the favorite characters I've ever played. He's like, my son used to watch this show, and he told me, Dad, you have to take this movie, and I really wanted this to be. He's like, I took sword training.
Wow.
Fucking dude.
Amazing.
I just figured like they just threw like Raul Julia in fucking Street Fighter. Like, here's $1 million. Play M. Bison as great as you can. Don't die, Raul. And then he died. That was his last movie, Street Fighter.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, because he died of cancer.
What's the siren song?
Yeah, but it's fucking, it's pretty fucking amazing.
When can I take sword training? I want sword training. God damn it.
I'll sword fight you.
Okay, but that's not training. You're just a dick.
Well, I have extensive experience. I used to work at Medieval Times.
Shut the
Really?
fuck up.
Yeah, dude,
No
I was
shit.
The fears doesn't give you sword training.
I was the fucking Black Knight.
You were not.
Come on.
Right.
Seriously?
You're the fucking stable boy, motherfucker.
No, I was the Black Knight.
When were you the Black Knight? You know how to ride a fucking horse? Fuck you.
I know how to ride a horse.
You don't know how to
I
ride
grew
a
up
horse.
on a farm, bitch.
Yeah, you grew up on bullshit.
I did. I grew up on a farm. It had more Asian kids than fucking animals, but it was a farm.
Oh, God.
It
Just
did.
Crazy Christian antics.
Yeah, my crazy Christian dad adopted 1 million kids. I have like, well, I had 15 siblings. I think I have 14 now.
You're serious?
Yeah, I'm not bullshitting you.
God.
All right, here's I'll lay it out for you. I'll lay out the family tree.
Do it.
My parents fucked. They had me. I fell out of my mom's pussy.
Right.
They fucked again. My brother fell out of her box. Then then my parents got tired of each other.
Oh, yeah.
So they got a divorce because my dad's a fucking idiot.
Right,
So
right.
they got separated.
Mine too.
My mom remarried. My stepdad, he's a cool dude.
Good.
He had two girls, my sisters.
Okay.
So now I had 2 stepsisters, right?
Okay.
So then there's 4. Then my dad remarried to this fucking hag with 2 horrible kids. And so now there's 6. So now I have 4 siblings.
Okay.
So it's fucking almost exponential. Then my dad fucks my stepmom once
Oh, no.
and knocks her up. So then I have a sister that's like 10 years younger than me, a half sister.
All right.
And then my dad's cock stopped working. So him and my stepmom started like adopting kids from like China.
Oh, no.
So they adopted 1, they adopted 1, they adopted 1, they adopted 2, they adopted 2, they adopted 1, they adopted 1, they adopted 1.
Oh, my God.
China, Cambodia, Russia, anywhere you can fucking import kids, my family has imported them from.
Jesus.
And
Oh, man, that's crazy.
yeah, no, so but my dad did this great thing where like, okay, so like me and my brother were like his first family that like he fucked up.
Okay.
And
The starter family?
so then yeah, like that was like his practice family. And then now he does the real family, and it's like, dude, they like go to church.
God.
They're like
Oh,
super
no.
fucking like,
Wow.
oh yeah, God, we love God, like all this shit's like, you know, one day these kids are gonna get curious and find me, and they're gonna find this podcast and be like, wow, my brother's fucking cool.
As he
the
drinks a
family.
beer.
Yeah, here, you know, have a beer, kid. No, wait, you're not old enough. The gene runs in this family. You're Chinese, but you still might have it. No, like my dad got mad too, like, cause I made a joke one time. I'm like, oh, Dad, you should open a sweatshop. And he's like, I don't appreciate that. He said that's racist, and I'm like, but I would have made the white kids work twice as hard. I used to tell my little Asian sister, just kill all the white people from like that Typo Negative song. My stepmom got all mad, like, what? Do you think that's what America is? Like, oh God, don't even get me started, you cunt. Don't even talk to me, because you know what I'm gonna say to you. She's the worst.
Yeah, mine too.
She's a hag. My stepmom's dying of what is it? They call it the crest.
What? What is this?
I forget. It's something. It's some autoimmune disease. It's not too dissimilar from what I have.
Okay.
And it's like, on some side of me, I feel like, that sucks. Like, she's not in good shape. But then on the other side, I'm like, she's a fucking cunt. Like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even feel. I'll feel bad because of like my siblings. Like, mom is dying. Like, you know. But like, in terms of my relationship with her, like, I fucking just don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm so over it. I'm so done with it. That it's just like, now I just play it for laughs. But it's like fucked up, you know? Yeah. Like, you're uncomfortable, you're laughing, but it's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, because you know you get it in some way.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I have no, like, ill will, like, towards, like, my younger siblings. Like, if they ever wanted to reach out, and I would never, ever, ever, ever say anything bad about my parents to them.
Right.
You know what I
good.
mean? Like,
you're
if they need, like...
good dude.
If they reached out and, like... whatever, wanted to bullshit or whatever, I would never, if they asked, I would tell them what happened, but I would never just say, like, yeah, your dad's an asshole for like, because you know what, I really don't know, like, maybe my dad's okay, like, maybe he's a good dad now, and I don't know, like, it's not my fucking place, like, I know how he was from when I was, like, 0 to when I was, like 18, 19, 20 or something.
Once an asshole, always an asshole.
Well,
you know, that's what I think.
People don't.
I don't
change
think.
that much. How many people have you known?
I don't think my stepmom is going to change him because I think she made him a bigger asshole. She was like a huge cunt and just made him worse. So like,
he probably found that as to like his penance or something.
I don't know, man. I think he's like. I always had a theory that my dad was gay. Like, my dad's, like, super animated. He'll just be like, the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Okay.
And, running bear
Very
loves
theatrical.
little white doves. And he's always doing this hand thing where he's jiggling his hands in a faggoty-ish way.
Somehow you're starting to make more sense to me there, Mr.
Well, that's why do you notice why I'm very theatrical in a satirical kind of way?
Right.
It's always, like, in the name of, like, being kind of an asshole.
Right.
Like, I'm never just theatrical for, like, oh my god, this is so fabulous, but, like, I'll fucking break it out, but about nonsense like it raining in my bathroom.
Release the doves.
Release the doves. The doves.
Out of my sleeves.
Oh, out of my sleeves. I don't know, man. I kind of feel... I just want to keep an open line of communication, like, with my siblings and my like, I feel bad. Like, I don't like my dad. I don't like my stepmom. I don't like my nana. My nana's a cunt.
I just pretend that whole side of my family does not exist. My mother, my stepfather, my stepmother, my father, and my stepsisters. Don't talk to them, whatever. I mean, I'm friends with on Facebook on some of my stepsisters. I'm sure if they did reach out, maybe I would say something. But I stopped talking to my dad when I was 18, and I talked to him once at my sister's wedding, which I officiated in 2008, and those were the only times we spoke.
Wow.
Was it
He's
weird?
an asshole. Fuck him.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad's a dick. After my brother died,
There's a lot of dick dads out there. Have you ever noticed that?
Is your dad a dick, Santos, or is
No,
he
my
cool?
dad was a good guy. He was a good man.
Good.
He was from the Depression era, actually. He was born during the Depression, so he was really
He didn't fuck around then.
No, he did not. No. He lost his arm in a machinery accident
Holy
in 1956.
Wow.
A cable wrapping machine pulled him in while he was wiping it down.
How much of his arm?
All of it. Right to his shoulder.
shoulder?
Up to his
Holy
shoulder,
fuck.
yeah.
Damn.
But
Just tore it off? Just ripped his arm off. Oh, fucking hell.
But anyway, the thing was, he was so intelligent and he was so strong mentally and physically that he compensated for it. He was working on a house, renovating before he lost his arm. He came back out of therapy, and he finished the job. He just went along with what he would jump. He could jump from an above ground pool from the outside of the pool into the inside of the pool.
Wow.
With
Holy
one
shit.
arm. And he was a good guy. I mean, he had his moments, but he was a good man. I was very lucky.
You know what? I feel like a guy with one arm kind of deserves his chance to have his moments almost if he wants. It's
true.
like, dude,
It's true.
that fucking blows my mind. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
But you know, you were kind of lucky because you only had to watch out for one arm to smack you.
Exactly. Yes. Yes,
You
that's
knew where it was
right.
coming from.
I can run behind him on his left side. He'll never get me. Yes.
That's cool, man.
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
crazy.
it's not cool about the arm, but the rest of it.
He was okay with it. He was cool.
I
with
kind of
it.
want to see like a video game with that guy. Like you have to fight as a one-armed man. Like you're like the super.
Yeah, you should be the bad guy in The Fugitive. Isn't that what the...
That's right, the One-Arm Man. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's
The
right.
One-Arm Man, yeah.
Yep, that's right.
That was fucking good. That goddamn movie.
Yes, it was. Well, the TV show was great.
No, it was a TV show, Phil.
It was a TV show.
was both.
With Harrison
It was a
Ford,
movie with
Yeah, it was
Harrison
good.
Ford, yeah.
Harrison
And then they
Ford.
made a fucking spin-off.
He
U.S.
jumped off the
Marshals.
dam.
What?
He jumped off the dam.
Yeah, they made a spin-off of that movie, too, with Tommy Lee Jones's character
yeah.
called U.S. Marshals.
Really? I didn't
Where
know
he
that.
chases down Wesley Snipes.
Right. That's right. That was.
It's
a
like
good
a
movie.
spin-off of the Fugitive movie that was based on a show, but they just love Tommy Lee Jones. Like, yeah, he's so angry and white. We should have him in more movies. Let's make him play Two-Face. Let's put fucking Billy D out of a job.
Oh,
You know about the whole thing, too, with, back to comics, like, all right, so you know Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin?
Shut up.
Tim Burton cast Marlon Wayans as Robin and fucking paid him because he had a pay-or-play contract. So he got paid for Batman Forever to be Robin, despite the fact that he was not in the film.
I
They
would
pa-
kind of like to see it actually.
Dude, fucking, that would have been great to see fucking Billy D as Two-Face and Marlon Wayans as fucking Robin. That would have been the fucking greatest.
Hell yeah.
Like, think about how, too, like, ahead of its fucking time until, you know, of course, like, I think it was, what's his name, Joel Silver, the fucking, or no, not Joel Silver, he's got a long name, the guy.
I'm drawing.
I can't remember
I'm
the
blank
dude's
here.
name that produced those movies,
just
but
think of something
he like
else.
butchered them. Like the Batman Forever, Batman and Robin.
Those were, I mean,
Yeah, those were awful.
Like
Mess.
they just decided like, yeah, no, we need Chris O'Donnell and Tommy Lee Jones and
Did you see they're putting out some sort of new Spider-Man cartoon where it's an African American kid that has.
that's
Spider-Man
Miles
as a
Morales.
mentor?
That's the
That's
second Spider-Man.
Fucking amazing! I want to see that. That looks crazy.
Santos, do you say black or African American?
African American. I think I sometimes say black, but usually African American.
Okay. I have a problem where I say black. I don't know why.
Okay.
What's your problem?
I don't know if it's a problem or. I feel self-conscious when you say African American and I say black.
Well-
I don't say the blacks to refer to African Americans,
I think that's where you get in trouble. I think black is okay. Most people will accept that.
but
Yeah.
those are kind of my favorite
Yeah.
old people. Let's say the blacks.
Yes. Yes.
They're always good for gold, and no matter what they're saying. But that's like the tell, like, oh, he said the blacks. Like, I'm gonna listen to this old guy. He's gonna say some fucked up shit.
You know, I should get drunk in front of like a retirement home and just see white people, like old white people, come out, and we should just guess which of them would say the blacks, and also guess which of them would say Winder, because there's
Winder?
old like
Winder?
New Jersey people that put R's in words where R's
No,
don't belong.
idea. Not
Idea.
winder.
I've
They
heard
don't say
winder.
winder. I've never heard. What is that? Wind?
They don't say oil. They say
window.
Earl.
Earl.
Earl. Of course, there's a coffee.
Just, yeah.
Coffee, chocolate. I get some chocolate coffee in my idea.
If you go to Lodi, they have their own accent, which has nothing to do with the rest of New Jersey.
What drove me crazy?
Well, there are a
is
bunch of fucking troglodytes in Lodi.
I would listen to like all these old Italians, and they would say bad things about black people, and then they would complain about when they were growing up how awful the Irish were, or how awful the landed Americans were to the Italians, and it's like the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
You fucking hypocritical douches. but they never saw it that way.
I always said the only people I hate worse than the blacks are the Irish.
You really are,
Oh.
No. No, that's like, I don't know. Like my Italian grandmother's like super racist. Like on the
Mine
one side,
too.
like I always like going to her house and, you know, she'll just fucking drop the N-word. She don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She called Obama. She combined two words, motherless, and the N-word to make mugger. She'd be like, "Oh, Obama's a mugger," and yeah, no, it's great. And then,
That's
but I'm
awful.
like, well, but your neighbor's black. She's like, he's one of the good ones.
Oh.
With her fucking Virginia Slim hanging out of her mouth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, classic, like
Great.
Don't worry, I'm sure it
classic
won't last
old school racism.
Great. Wonderful.
But you know what? It's like
Hate that.
I've dealt with it from almost like every. Like, I've talked to, like, a lot of older people just in my day, and, like, they have a fucking fucked up different approach on race, most of them, from every race. Like, I've talked to fucking, like, old black dudes that are fucking, like, the kind of, like, they just break balls. Like, it's not even, they're not even being racist. Like, I think my grandmother's being racist.
Right.
But I think a lot of old people... I think a lot of old people, like the older generations, they would say shit like that like we'd hear it today and be like, oh my God, what the fuck? But like they're just breaking balls with each other, like nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing with the old comics. These comics
Yeah.
can't get away with it these days. They'd say stuff like, you know, there's that classic scene in the with the Rat Pack where Dean Warren is holding Sammy Davis Jr. and saying, I'd like to accept this gift from the NAACP. It's worried.
Well, I mean, like, listen, my attitude with that whole thing, though, too, is like, anytime I've ever had an all-black audience, I double down, and I kind of fuck with them, and I don't fuck with them, but like, I came to fucking make you laugh. Like, I'm gonna make you laugh if it's a black joke, if it's a white joke, if it's whatever. If it's, I see you smiling back there, sir. Like, but I can't see the rest of you, you know. But like, it fucking gets the laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me talking to you guys, it sounds so fucking super racist. But like, in the moment, people fucking. You know, too, and the only people I've ever offended with a racist joke are old white people. Because it's not even a racist joke. They're the people that perceive it as being a racist joke. Like, oh, that was racist that you made that observation about the stereotype.
Right.
Or something. It's always an old white lady. It's never the
There's
fucking...
a lot of
the fucking
oppression,
black guy that I make a
self-oppression.
joke about, or the whoever... the girl or the lesbian or whatever, they're usually not the ones that are mad. They're usually like there to have a good time. Like, this
Right,
guy's gonna
right.
fuck with me a little bit. It's
Yeah.
always some lady that's like there with like shoved a stick right up her fucking ass before she walked in, and she walks like she has to shit, and then she just complains about everything.
Oh, I know people like that.
Oh, I work in a hospital. Good, fucking go there. Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking kill the audience there. Nobody likes you here.
There's always like these old white women that are the clutching their pearls, and they see themselves as the gatekeepers of morality. Like,
Yeah, they cross
somebody
the street
gave
when they
you-
see a black guy.
Somebody gave you some sort of like you just assume upon yourself you're the gatekeeper of morality. But you know, who the fuck do you really speak for? And you're probably resting on privilege yourself. So who are you to say and shit like that? But I think people of whatever should just be able to say for themselves, and then you just be respectful. But I think that also comedy is supposed to cross all the lines.
Exactly.
First of all, that's one of the things that brings us together in a world where it's just so fucking polarized, it's ridiculous. One of the few things that actually bring us together. And number two is there's so much bullshit in the world that if you can laugh and forget your fucking troubles for a little while, I mean, that's kind of the thing. And, you know, if we're going to have freedom of speech in this country, you know, we should fucking exercise it. I'm just
Faggot!
gonna step on some people's
Cunt!
toes, but
Asshole.
I'll have to move
Bitch. What's your favorite ethnic slur?
favorite. I don't think I have a favorite. I don't know.
Come on. porch
Oh,
monkey.
That's horrible. Slope is kind of ridiculous. Is that one I
Slope?
don't understand at all? I think
Slope?
it's like an Asian thing.
Oh, it's
But-
slanty eyes.
No, I think it's the shape of the head or something. Really? I'm not sure. I have no idea, but I've heard that term before.
I'll say
I've heard
mine.
It's a derogatory term to Asian people.
Yeah.
My favorite ethnic slur. Oh, it's kind of 2 words,
Okay.
and one of them I'm gonna get in trouble for saying.
Spit it out, you guinea.
Timber nigger.
I've never heard that before.
About Native Americans?
No.
Yeah, no, that's what they're apparently called. I don't know.
Well,
that's what
there's,
racists call them. I heard that and thought it was like the craziest thing
I've
I
heard
ever
the
heard.
sand N-word, but I've never heard of the
Heard of them.
timber one.
Yeah, no, that's
So
a
we're
thing.
just going to take that word and put it in whatever environments that people live in? And just
I don't know. My dad always told me. Oh, I already said it once. Niggers come in every color. That was like my dad's like. He grew up in Elizabeth, so like he
A lot
kind
of
of
black
saw like.
population there.
No.
No? That
was
He
his
saw
racist
fucking just
Buddhist photo?
everybody just act like pieces of shit in Elizabeth. Like he always told me, like my dad wasn't racist. He was a fucking weirdo and probably a pedophile, but
All right.
not racist. Like he grew up in
it's worse.
like. Because I asked him, like, I heard that word when I was a kid. I'm like, Dad, what does that mean? I think I saw it. I heard it in the Malcolm X movie.
All right.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, he explains like it's a derogatory slur and this and that.
Right.
But he told me like where I grew up, like basically like that the description of what they're saying about those people, like where I grew up, they came in every color.
Right.
In Elizabeth, like, just fucking everybody was a piece of shit. Like, it didn't matter if you were fucking white or black or yellow
You're
or
just trash.
brown or whatever. Everybody was just kind of a fucking, in that, not everybody, but you saw enough fucking of this guy or that guy doing shit that, like, you just knew everybody was an asshole. And, like, so, like, that's always kind of the approach I've had to that, but not the rest of the world.
Mickey told me a story where she was like 8 or 9 years old and riding bikes with the kids in the neighborhood, and she was living in Jersey City, which she said was mostly white at the time. And they came over one girl's house. They all decided to hang out at one girl's house. And the girl turned to her and said, "You're not allowed in the house because we don't let black people in here."
Well,
So,
that's super racist.
Your dad might say that it wasn't racist, but he was also a white guy in that environment, and other people might have another perspective on the matter.
Yeah, of course.
Just saying.
But I'm just saying that
I'm just saying
That
it's easy
stereo-
to say that we were all equal.
no,
and we come from.
but what I'm saying is that this, like, the stereotype
right.
is my dad's point was that it doesn't just apply to black people.
Right.
The stereotype applies to fucking all the people that are pieces
But
of
it
shit
doesn't
living
work
in this
like that,
tenement.
though. I mean, that's a cute. I mean, basically, it's saying that I understand.
But that's the street mentality. That's what I'm trying to
I'm
explain
saying
to you.
even then
My
you
dad
can't
was
use the
street.
N-word because
My dad
it's
was
still
street
derogatory
before
to
there was
specific
street.
people.
Because
Okay.
he was like fucking.
My
Like the
dad
same
did
way
that
you
too.
get a fucking white dude from the ghetto that's, yo, what's up, my nigga?
Right,
and nobody fucking looks at him like, what the fuck did you just say?
Right.
That's the same way.
No, I
That's
see what you're saying.
That's the point. It's like in the real world, fucking, there's just assholes that are everywhere.
Sure.
Like, I'm not saying that's what you
Regardless of
call
race,
them.
creed, or-
I'm just saying
You
that
should, but
people that fit that description of fucking being a fucking asshole, robbing people, do whatever, not fucking taking care of their shit,
right.
exists everywhere.
Exactly.
Like,
That for which I agree.
I probably shouldn't have said timber N on the air,
I'm sure it's
but, I don't know. I think that's the craziest ethnic slur I've heard.
It is. It's pretty crazy.
I never heard that before. Like,
I don't really. Yeah, that's.
well, I know you don't really ask people what their favorite ethnic slur is, but I always do.
That's hilarious.
What's your,
I'm
come on.
sorry. I told you, slope.
Come on, that's not
get
even,
that one.
you just made that up, so you don't have to
Look
say
it
something
up. I'm
racist,
telling you,
asshole.
it's a real thing. I saw it in a movie once.
What movie?
The movie with white people and Asian people. That one.
I
Look
think
it
it's
up.
I think it's time that we get out of here.
Okay.
Before the NAACP comes and cracks down on us. This has been Two Assholes Shitty Podcast.
Yo.
I'm at Paul Mauld. on the Twitter and the Instagram. Phil, what are you at?
What am I at? I am opening my phone so I can tell you what I'm at because
Santos,
we
what are
got a
you
couple
at?
of
Do you
beers.
even want him to find you now?
Do you want to be found?
After I said all that
I'm an open
racist
book.
stuff?
I'm an open book.
You should come back, man. Where can they find you on the internet?
They can find me on Facebook, actually. I have my own Facebook page, and they can find me there.
The Santos?
No, just Santos. My last name is Menendez. And
Are you related to the Menendez brothers?
No, I've been asked that many times. but
I'm
not.
sure you have.
But anyone who's got my last name always seems to have some kind of trouble with the law.
You're the one.
Oh, yeah, Bob Menendez. Yeah.
Anyone with the last name, there is
He
some...
was the Menendez brothers' dad. He got away.
He's a slippery shit. I met him one time.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's
Green.
slippery
He is a
dude.
slippery
He's a
shit.
slippery shit, but he's a politician. What do you expect? You
Of
can
course.
find me at Phil Perry the Writer on Instagram with an underscore between each word. Phil Perry the Writer. You can find me at Phil Perry the Writer on Facebook. You can like my Facebook fan page if you would be so kind. And I have an article coming out in additude.com. I'll be a guest blogger. I'll have a guest post on there at some point. So you can look out for that. And if you need any writing services or any bullshit like that, I'll probably set up a Gmail at some point. But you can DM me on Facebook or through Instagram. Thank you.
You can find him on Instagram.
You can find him in your ass. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think we're getting the fuck out of here.
Paul's got to mop up his bathroom. Come on, man.
Does
Let's
it say outro? I don't even think it's his outro.
Yeah,
I can't even see.
you suck.
Ever see a train crash into a dumpster fire? You just witnessed it. This has been Two Assholes Shitty Podcast.